Hello and welcome to the Substack read, the practice of loving yourself, especially on the hard days. I spent most of my life not loving myself. On the outside, I looked like the vision of self-love. I took care of myself, I always dressed nicely, did plenty of self-care activities, was very social, and walked around with a smile on my face. But if you looked a little closer, you'd see that smile didn't quite reach my eyes. For me, not having self-love started at a very early age. I was often criticized by some of my stoic Scottish family members who actually had good intentions, but to a sensitive little soul like me, whose parents had just separated, whose mum was on the other side of Australia, for what felt like forever but was more like 6 months, that criticism translated into a deeply ingrained belief. I'm not good enough, and I'm not lovable. This narrative played on repeat throughout my life, and by the time I was a young adult, it meant never letting anyone get too close to the real me. I chameleoned myself to fit in with what I thought others wanted me to be. I used to apologize all the time, and I dimmed my joy and my magic so low, all while navigating the undercurrent of low self-worth. At age 30, armed with a copy of You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, I started the path of true self-love. It took me 10 years of deep inner healing work to understand that self-love is a journey, not a destination you reach by saying the right affirmations or taking enough bubble baths. And that journey is basically from your head to your heart. And sometimes it's a long one, and that's okay. The truth about self-love. Self-love is a lifelong practice. You have to choose love every day. Choose to be kind to yourself even when you mess up, even when you're tired, exhausted, and doubting everything, even in your dark night of the soul. And just when you think you've nailed it, some old wound sneaks in and whispers, "See, you're still not good enough." And here's the thing. Those wounds are part of you. They deserve your love too. Self-love is about loving yourself so deeply that you know you already are perfect in all of your imperfections. How self-love shows up in the real world. It doesn't always happen in grand, magical moments of awakening, though those do happen and they're pretty awesome when they do. It often happens in small, ordinary, everyday choices. The way you speak to yourself, the way you honor your needs, the way you hold yourself with kindness and compassion, even when you don't feel like it. And here's the real magic. The more you love yourself, the more the world starts to reflect that love back to you. You begin to notice little synchronicities. You start to see beauty in the smallest of things. Opportunities flow more easily. Magical moments happen that you just can't explain. But the best part? The most beautiful humans start coming into your life. The kind who see you, cherish you, and adore you just for being you. Whenever anyone asks me how I manifested my soulmate, my best friend, the love of my life, my answer is simple. I started loving myself the way I wanted to be loved by someone else. And yes, not everyone is destined to meet their romantic soulmate in every lifetime. But even if you don't meet that person, you're able to sit in the purest energy of love for life because you are deeply in love with who you are. And you get to bask in those epic platonic relationships that bring so much richness to your life. So what does it actually look like? What I've discovered is that there are 5 layers to self-love. Authenticity, knowing and owning every piece of who you are without any judgment. Fully knowing and owning who you are will shift so much in your life. It's why I love human design so much. Next is self-compassion. Loving every part of your being, even when it's hard, even when you make mistakes, even when it's the ego aspect or the shadow aspect, and not just the parts of you that are like high-flying and doing really well at life. All of you, and having deep, levels of compassion for every aspect of your being. Words of love. Words are spells. You're literally casting spells every time you open your mouth or you think a thought. It helps you create your reality, and it is the foundation to really loving yourself. When you speak kindly to yourself, aloud or in your mind, about yourself and about others as well. Embodied actions. Building trust by taking action that matches your intentions or the agreements that you've made with yourself, or any ways that you have committed that align with your self-worth and your self-love. Every time you don't do something that you've made an agreement with yourself that you're going to do, you break that trust. You build that trust by embodying the actions that you said you were going to do that also align with the energy and frequencies of love. Spiritual alignment. The most important thing for you to do is to line up with the energy of love that already exists within you, because you already are love. You come from the frequency of love. You already have it in you. All you need to do is spiritually align with the truth of who you are, which is 100% love. These 5 layers can show up in a million different ways. It's in the tiny little moments where you choose to be kind to yourself with the words that you use inside your mind about yourself to yourself. It's whispering, "I'm here for you," to the person looking back at you in the mirror when you're exhausted by life and feel like you're about to break. It's letting that person help you load your car when you're struggling with IKEA flat packs that are way too heavy to lift on your own. Yes, this really happened to me. It's putting yourself to bed early so you can wake up and take care of your energy before you outpour all day long. It's saying no to people who cross your boundaries and break their agreements and not feeling guilty about it. It's taking full responsibility for what you can do in this moment instead of focusing on all the things you did wrong in the moments from your past. It's walking away and saying to yourself, "I love you, you're enough, you are important, and you matter," when someone tells you you're too sensitive, you're overreacting, stop being so dramatic. It's believing in your dreams even when you're deep in the messy middle. You're not sure why you even started and you want to give up. It's saying thank you and nothing else when someone gives you a compliment and knowing that you are worthy of it. Choosing to love yourself even on the hard days, this is the real work. Not just when you're feeling strong and aligned, but when you feel fragile, lost, or like you're failing at life. Self-love is a lifelong devotion to making sure that love, acceptance, compassion, and kindness exist in the world, starting with you, especially on the days when you don't feel like you deserve it. And in case you need a reminder today, you are enough, you are important, you do matter, you are loved. With love and starlit hugs, Carrie Ann. If this resonated with you, get in touch and let me know what's one small way you're choosing to love yourself today. And if you're ready to go deeper in your own journey of self-love, head to my website and check out the Rebellion of Love Club, my post-separation divorce coaching, my self-love and human design sessions, and all the other magical ways that you can step into your power.